I fear deeply the loss of privacy. And the reason is, it's not just that somebody knows your business. It's that my perspective is, if we begin to feel like we're being surveilled all the time, then our behavior changes. We begin to do less. We begin to think about things less. You begin to modify how you think. And in a world like that, where you're restraining yourself, changes society in a major way, I would contend. And so I am quite worried about the loss of privacy. Now, it's not inevitable.
Yeah.
And I'm optimistic that we can get to a good place. And so we're coming out with all kind of features to help people own their privacy.
Yeah, very famously, and some other companies in the tech industry are saying that it's preventing them from growing revenue the way they'd like. What do you have to say about that?
Well, I think it's tough to argue that you shouldn't own your privacy.
Yeah.
And that I shouldn't own mine. It's tough to say that a company, or anyone for that matter, should be able to step in and, on an uninformed basis, just sort of vacuum up your data. This shouldn't occur. And so I think people will morph their models over time, and I think we'll wind up in a better place.
Yeah.
And but that is a large concern of mine. On a personal standpoint, several years ago, I decided to tell the world I was gay. And the reason that I did this was I wanted to help young people because I saw that what was going on was the LGBTQ community was being bullied terribly. And people were being made to feel less than, that they should not aspire to do significant things in life. And I thought, if I can only help one person by telling the world that I'm gay and that I'm proud of it, that I should do it and sort of put my own desire for privacy to the side. And so I was really trying to put myself in their shoes.
Yeah.
And I think that fortunately I have that empathetic gene.
Were there any downsides to that decision? Like, I think a lot of CEOs might say, well, a decision like that will take focus off of the company and off of my leadership and guidance of the company and make it about me. Was that a calculation before making that announcement?
There was a calculation on a bunch of different things. In terms of how people would hear it, how people would perceive it. I did worry about it pulling attention off of products and what we're about. But at the end of the day, I felt like that I was in a position to do a lot of good, and that I should overweight that as compared to the other things. And the big downside was my own privacy, was something that I was giving up myself, and so I could, you could sort of see that trade that you were going to make, and that trade has occurred. that trade occurred, but I would do it again.
Yeah,
I would do it again. Thank you. Thank you.